Question: how many headsets does one person actually need? I mean, it's just starting to be ridiculous. I mean, this thing I've had for a few months now, and it's a great piece of tech. But the problem is not really the hardware. We got tons of hardware out there right now. Really, the problem is we need some more games. We need some better games. A better selection of longer story-driven games or more fleshed out multiplayer experiences, especially in something like the Oculus Quest. I have this right here. This is the Rift S. This is $399, which I got a few months ago as well, which has performed incredibly well. Now, one of my sticking points with the HTC Vive Cosmos is it fails to really give me anything that this headset doesn't already provide. Another thing is a lot of the early reports are showing that they are having some problems with their tracking, which is, something that anybody who comes up with an inside-out headset or technology is going to experience. So much so that they are even developing a different faceplate that currently uses the trackers already in your room that people had from the original HTC Vive. I mean, I had the headsets to kill all headsets, the famous, now infamous, Vive Index. This was the last headset that anybody would ever need. So why should I, being the current owner of the top two best headsets on the market, would even be interested in the Vive Cosmos? Now, the jump in resolution is 1880 by 1700, which is maybe another, just a tad, a little bit bigger than the current resolution that this offers. Now, on paper, if you see the differences of the resolution of the Rift S compared to the Vive Index, on paper, it looks like it's a huge difference. But in reality, in actual practice, the resolution bump does not look that great. So I would feel that the resolution bump on the Cosmos would even be a less of an impact. So in order for me to really invest in a new headset, it would have to be something in the headset that would have a technological advantage. Now, something like the Quest, the biggest advantage that this has is that it's completely wireless, and it also can be tethered to your computer to allow a PC VR experiences on this headset. Now, you currently only have two ways of doing it. You can either do it with ALVR or you can do it with virtual desktop. But they are developing an in-house solution to make this work, probably with Oculus Home. And that's something that at least this is bringing to the table, something new, something exciting, and it currently has really good screens. So I already have this. I already have something that's portable, that is sleek, and that is very well made. Now, the new design of the HTC Cosmos has a very similar controller to the controllers that they're using on the Quest or even the new Rift S. Now, one of the biggest differences that I've noticed is that they're actually using visible light in order to track the controllers. Apparently, these controllers are a lot heavier than their actual Rift S counterpart. And by using visible light, it reminds me more of the solution that Microsoft was using when they would have all of their LEDs. Now, one of the disadvantages of that system is that it blows through batteries like nobody's business. on solution like this actually uses very low powered infrared emitting lights that are a much better solution, I feel, to be able to have something that will last at least 18 hours of playtime. We still don't have concrete information on how long these controllers are going to actually work. And something that really bothered me is that there were several publications that went down to HTC and actually got firsthand on the actual device. And very curious that one of the games that they were able to demo wasn't Beat Saber. Now, Beat Saber is a very interesting game where you have to record a lot of your movements. They're all forward facing. There's nothing that's going to be happening behind your back. So that's a very good way of actually testing how good the controllers can actually track with the headset, because the actual cameras in the headset are tracking whatever the controllers do. Now the problem is that they said that they didn't have the Beat Saber app on their computer to show it off. Instead, they were showing it off with this sword swinging game that they were using to show off some of the tracking. And they also discussed how they were developing an additional front unit that's going to be able to use the trackers that you already have in your room. Now, if you are so confident in your solution or inside out tracking solution, why would you even bother to be using a lighthouse tracking, especially for the headset? Because these lighthouse, there's no way for them to track the light that's coming out of their controllers. And from what I've seen, the controllers have no sensors for the lighthouses to track, as far as I know of, and there's been no mention of it in the things that I've read. Now that might be true, and I just haven't found out the information yet. But as far as I know, there's no way for the controllers to be tracked. But I'm guessing that what they're doing is they're allowing you to use their original Vive controllers, maybe, because since you already have the lighthouses, then maybe you can just use any controller that works with the lighthouses with the module that you would put on the faceplate of the Cosmos, which kind of is interesting for compatibility and expansion reasons, but it's just something that, for me, it just makes it seem like they don't have confidence in their technology yet, which is not something very easy to do. Look at Microsoft. They had their Windows mixed reality headsets for for a long time, and they didn't give you much solutions for. They never solved the solution when the lights get too close to the headset, where you would lose, it would lock up because you would lose tracking. And a lot of times if you're swinging too fast, or some of the algorithms to read when the cameras couldn't see the headset. Now they did work on it and it got better, but it was never a great experience. And that first few months or that year really got them known as the headset that wasn't very good at tracking the controllers. It was good for certain things, but for other things it wasn't it wasn't as good as trackers on the wall or the existing like lighthouse solution. So until Oculus came out with their Rift S, they actually innovated a lot of the solutions for when the controllers get too close to the camera, and actually made it to where it was a viable solution, and it worked a lot better than anything Microsoft ever put out or came up with. I think I'm going to hold off on purchasing the Cosmos for a little bit. I want to get some first impressions from other people, because it's not something where I can just buy it. It's not available on places like Amazon or anything like that. I have to pre-order, I think, directly from HTC, and I'm not sure how good they are on me just getting it for a month and then returning it. So and that's not something that I really want to do. I don't like doing that. I don't like returning and take advantage of the system like that. So if I'm gonna buy the headset, it's because I'm going to sell a headset. So if I do get it, it's gonna be probably a week or so after it comes out. If the reports are good and it seems like it's a pretty good headset, then I'm gonna actually get it myself and try it out. I will let you guys know. The chances of me getting it are probably pretty good, but I already have it in my head that if I do get it, I have to either get rid of another headset. So the Rift S is out of the question because I think the Rift S is one of my best headsets that I own, and I'm already invested in the Oculus community and all their games and everything that I've invested in it. Plus I do have a Quest, and they kind of go like peanut butter and jelly. I know they go really good together. Not right now, but I think in the future that there will be a better cohesion between both of them. Something that I think they will synergistically they will work a lot better. But I'm going to wait. So that only gives me one other option. There's a lot of things that I don't like about this headset, but one of the things that I do like about it is the actual headset. Like, I think the headset's a really good headset, and I don't really see me returning this, especially when I've already invested in wind mode lenses. I've already invested in getting more of these. I already mounted these things where they're not moving. I would have to, I already drilled holes in my walls. So I don't really see me really getting rid of this unless the reports are just going to be like, it's such a spectacular system. And I think that this product is still in beta, and this would just get better in time with software upgrades. Now, as far as the stick click issue, that is just a nuisance, but it's nothing that is just crushing that I can't put up with. But other than that, this headset has performed really well, and it is my go-to headset for first-person shooters. Also, I'm not going to pay $1,000 for a headset and not use it. So it's a lot of justification. I can really use that money for other things, but I might just buy the Cosmos, try it out, and then sell it. Take like $100 loss and put it on eBay or something, and then just get rid of it. Though that would be harder to do if the Cosmos starts getting that Windows mixed reality reputation as far as their tracking. So they have a lot riding on this launch, because what happens the first few weeks when people get their hands on it and start reporting on it, and hopefully it's not going to be like some of the other, in the past where they just kind of like skipped over a lot of the problems with the headset. I think reviewers are going to be a little tougher from now on, and hopefully, I'm in the same boat as you guys. It's an expensive purchase, but it's not a purchase that I want to make without actually getting rid of a headset. So it's a really tough call. And I've had experience with HTC in the past, and it wasn't a very good one. So that, at the same time, is something that in the back of my mind will always eat at me from that experience that I had before. But let me know what you guys think. I'm sorry I've been gone for a couple of days. I've been really sick, and I'm just now feeling better, and I had to make this video. So hopefully I'll get back on schedule tonight, and everything will be on track. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit that like if you want to continue seeing more VR coverage, and I'll see you guys later tonight with the stream. And God bless. Good night.